Here's the one that, this sounds crazy. It sounds crazy for me to even say it. The fear of success. The fear of success has been what I have fought my whole life. And for those that know me that are watching this might sound insane because I've been the one that's like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Because I always felt compelled to be more than what I was being. I always felt compelled to accomplish more and felt like that I could. But at the same time, I was terrified to reach the heights that I feel like God is calling me to. And this is why I'm just going to be totally open and real here. I have felt set apart my whole life. And when you mix feeling set apart for a good purpose with woundedness in your heart, what you feel like is an outsider. You feel like an outsider. And it is no fun to be an outsider. It's not. It is not. I loved being set apart. I loved being different. I loved being the one with red hair, and I loved being the girl that was taller, and I loved all of those things. But there was a part of me that just wanted to be like everybody else, but battled against being like everybody else at the same time. That ideal me and that real me were constantly battling. And here's the thing about belonging. A lot of times we identify with people and we belong to groups because of our weakness, especially if it's social groups that we choose. We gather together around depression. We gather together around pain. We gather together around rejection. We gather together around weaknesses. And it's not wrong to want to support each other. And it's not wrong to be able to connect with somebody because of what you've gone through. That's not wrong. What is wrong is when those groups become so tight that when you try to elevate yourself out of them, when you set your intention to become something more than this brokenness, that they reach up and they pull you in. Or they're like, who do you think you are? Oh yeah, now you've got it all figured out, right? I don't know. I don't even want to be around her anymore because she thinks she's all that now that she's doing this, now that she's doing that. Let me tell you something. Those are not real friends. People that treat you that way are not real friends. And here's the thing, we know that, and we still go right back to it. We still go right back to it. If your friends will not accept you when you no longer share a weakness with them, they ain't your friends. I know that ain't good grammar. They ain't your friends. If we only connect to people based on our weakness, it keeps us weak. And it's easy to connect to people on our weakness, based on our weakness. We don't have to do anything to connect to people based on our weakness, because that energy just reaches out and connects us to them. And we don't have to be anything more. But the thing is, if you want to transform your life, and I think you do, because I think that's why you're here. If you want to transform your life with weight loss or with going back to school, if you want to write a book, or you want to conquer the world, you have to start connecting with people based on their strengths. So I'm going to give you a little visual here, because this is how I thought about this. All right, so here you are. Yeah. I always make the bodies too long. Do you ever struggle to make stick men? Like, I feel like I can draw real stuff better than I can draw stick men. You're walking along and you have this connection with this person. And this connection is love and acceptance and understanding and we like the same movies, same music, we believe the same things, all of those things. That's this connection. You're walking along this path. But then the path can either go this way, right? Or the path can start going up. So here's what happens. Oop, ripped my tab off. Oh, Lord. You are here. You choose to climb up and up and up. You're here. But your friend is like, you be you, do your thing. And they stay on this path. But you still have this connection here, okay? Eventually, there's only 3 things that can happen. Eventually, either they have to come up, you can cut this, or you are going to fall down. You know what usually happens? You fall down because you value this connection so much that you will sacrifice yourself and your future to feel safe and feel connected. All right. So here's what happens. Excuse me. You start up the path. You start up those stairs, and your friend is walking the other path, and you start feeling this strain. You start feeling this strain because the connection that is between you guys is so tight because you walk the same way, because you walk the same path. And you start feeling that strain. And with every step up that you take in your life, it becomes more evident that there is more of a strain and more of a separation between you and your friend that is choosing to stay in the thing that you're choosing to come out of, regardless of what it is. You feel like you start feeling this strain. So in your mind, improving yourself, elevating yourself, getting yourself back together, getting yourself under control gets associated with that feeling of strife and tension. And I always feel like something is pulling me away from the people that I really love. And so in your mind, and I know this sounds weird because, and when I say your mind, I really mean your subconscious and your spirit and in your heart. Because in your mind, you know that improving yourself is a good thing, but how can something be good if it's pulling you away from the people you love most? How can it be good if it's making you feel like there's a separation between your family, your friends, your coworkers, your church members? How can that be good? So your mind goes, when something is good, it's supposed to feel good. And so you say, this elevating myself, this transforming myself is not good because it's causing this tension. But the truth is, this is what you have to do. You have to cut that rope. And you have to be okay with them walking their path. Because here's what's also what happens. You are elevating yourself. You're transforming your life. You are not emotionally eating. You are losing weight. You are feeling great. You are doing the stuff. You are working out because you feel better and you want to move, not because you want to be skinny, just because you just feel all this life because you're no longer emotionally eating. And your friend over here says, hey, let's go out to eat. And you're like, okay. And so you go out to eat and you eat this much of your food because that's all your body is calling for. And you don't want to order the dessert because you're not hungry anymore. And your friend gets offended because where you used to sit and, oh, we're going to eat all of our food. And oh my gosh, I can't believe I ate all that much. And yeah, let's order dessert too. And then laugh about how full you are and how you shouldn't have done it. They get offended because you're not there to be in that party with them. So we see this with any addicts. Like, that's why you can't go back. That's why once you elevate yourself, you have to disconnect. That doesn't mean you throw people away. That means you understand the closeness you had was based on something that was not healthy in your life. Now, this is not all relationships. I'm not by any means saying all relationships are bad. I mean, relationships are good. Relationships are why we were created, to have relationships with God and with people. But if you start feeling a strain when you elevate yourself, when you transform, when you want to change your life and do better, you have to let those people go.